As Coors Super Fights continues from Harrah's in Lake Tahoe, we got a 5-round cruiserweight bout here between Paul Madison and Mark Longo. Folks, don't know how long this is going to go, but it is going to be lots and lots of action. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Les Kynette.
Ladies and gentlemen, kickboxing fans, we are set to go. This is 5 rounds in the exciting cruiserweight division. First, introducing in the blue corner, from Dallas, Texas, he is 26 years of age. He stands 5 foot 11 inches tall and weighed in this afternoon at 182 pounds. He has a kickboxing record of 21 wins, 4 losses, and no draws. 17 of those big wins have been via the knockout route. He is the ISKA's #2 world-ranked cruiserweight contender. A big welcome for Paul Madison. Paul Madison. And fighting out of the red corner from Westminster, Colorado, he is 25 years of age. He is 5 foot 9 inches tall. He weighed in this afternoon at 180 pounds. He has a professional kickboxing record of 16 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. And how about this? 15 of those big wins via the knockout route. He is the ISKA #4 world-ranked cruiserweight contender. A big Nevada welcome, Mark Longo. Mark Longo. Referee for this bout will be Mr. Bill Miller. Mr. Bill Miller.
Well, I'll tell you, folks, as we get ready to hear Bill Miller's instructions, I hope you have everything you need. Don't leave the room. Don't even look away from your television set, because these two guys are big-time bangers, and it could end real fast, John.
Dan, you got your flak jacket and your hard hat on?
Well, I tell you, I'm going to duck under this table if it gets too rough. These guys really go for it, and this should be a great fight. Mark Longo, of course, we have seen before out of Westminster, Colorado, and a guy who, a really nice young man, too.
Oh, he really is. They call him Mongo, and it has to do with being able to punch down horses. Mongo Longo. The last time we saw Paul Madison, he won a decision over Dino Holmesy.
Let's go up to the ring and listen to Bill Miller.
Gentlemen, we have a 5-round professional bout. I expect that you'll conduct yourselves as professionals at all times. There is no clinching or holding. There are no attacks below the belt. In the event of a knockdown or a standing 8 count, the standing fighter will go to the furthest neutral corner that I will direct you to, and you will stay there until I bring you back out. You must obey my verbal commands at all times, guys. No clinching, no holding. All right, any questions for me at all? Best of luck to both of you.
Well, get ready. This is going to be one of the more exciting fights you'll see, I believe. Of course, as soon as I say that, it'll be a snore.
Doubt that.
Not with these two guys.
Depends on what you like. I mean, we're going to see, just a lot of hard banging, I would guess. Neither guy is noted as a real spiffy technician, although neither of them are bad. They're both world-ranked, very highly world-ranked contenders, but they're known for hard hitting.
Paul Madison in the blue, the #2 ranked cruiserweight. Mark Longo in the black, he's the #4 ranked cruiserweight. And these guys will go after here. There's a back leg round from Mark Longo, lands on the back of Paul Madison. Good front kick by Madison there.
This is really what the Coors Battle of Champions is all about. We've seen Longo and we've seen Madison moving up. They've both been winning fights, and they're working their way through each other now. The winner is going to be considered probably the #1 guy to get a shot for the Cruiserweight Championship, currently held by Dennis Alexia.
You look at the two of them, and it's hard to believe that there's only a 2-pound difference. Madison looks so much bigger, John.
Madison's quite a lot taller, but he's not quite as thick, I think, across the shoulders. Mark Longo's got a lot of weight up there across his shoulders and arms.
Well, a minute gone here in this first round of a scheduled 5-round, as we say, in the cruiserweight division. Round kick in there by Longo, lands on the ribs underneath his shoulders. Right hand from Longo on the ropes, not really a whole lot of effect. There's a good right hand that lands well from Longo.
If Paul Madison was coming in here kind of relaxed and taking it easy and looking to pick some shots, I think he just found out that Longo can hit.
Well, Longo is 100% go for it. We've seen that all along, and of course we know about Madison. And Longo will not back up a step. Good jab there from Madison. 30 seconds or so left in the round.
Madison trying to set up his own big right hand, threw a couple of soft jabs, and they followed up with a serious right. But Longo comes right back
Didn't really land a whole lot there, but a couple of those punches did score. No damage, certainly. Longo underneath.
I've always been impressed with Paul Madison's composure. He always seems to be under control, relaxed, doesn't panic.
Well, we'll be back on Score after this. Round number 2, Schedule 5 on the Coors Super Fights Battle of Champions here at Harrah's Lake Tahoe. Mark Longo with his back to you now. Paul Madison in the blue facing you, and certainly now on the right of your screen. And John, that first round kind of a feeling out period that usually we don't see with these two guys.
Well, I think Madison, he knows that Longo's had a lot of first-round knockouts, and he might have just wanted to kind of go out there and set a little bit of a pace and see if Longo might make the mistake of burning himself a little bit in this altitude. He might be trying to fight a smarter fight than getting out there and just going nuts on each other.
How did you score that first round?
Good right hand there. I gave the first round to Mark Longo based on him pushing the fight. Only 10 to 9.5.
Longo takes another right hand there. Doesn't really hurt him, I don't think, but it certainly does score. And I guarantee you it got his attention coming from Paul Madison. Madison on your left, Longo on your right. Madison the taller of the two. Only a 2-pound weight advantage between these two cruiserweights. Longo underneath. Minute to go. Round 2, Schedule 5.
Madison is looking very relaxed and composed, and he's throwing some real strong right hands in there, following up his front leg kicks with some good right hands. And he set him up. You see Longo reaching a little bit. They're both just wading in there. Wow, it's throwing him.
Longo in over the top with the left hand that lands there. Does no damage, but certainly counts. From the corner, they're telling Mark to work on the body, Mark Longo. 30 seconds left in round 2.
Madison's scoring cleanly when he throws techniques, but he's not throwing as many punches. So Longo is throwing more punches and probably has landed the more blows so far through 2 rounds.
And of course, there is points for aggressiveness on the judges' scorecards. Left and right by Longo there. Another right hand by Longo to the nose. Good right. Good right from Madison as we come to the end of round 2. Round number 2. Check that, round number 3 of a Schedule 5, and now Paul Madison opens up a little bit. Madison in the blue, Longo in the black, and Longo's perfectly willing to stand there and exchange with him. Good left by Longo. Madison scores as well. Madison getting the better of that inside, John.
Well, this is more what we expected. Paul Madison now has had 2 rounds. He seems like he's fired up and realizing maybe that he might be just a little behind in this fight.
What do you have in the way of scoring, by the way?
I do have him a half point down. I've got Longo 20 to 19.5 at this point. Unofficially.
Well, certainly a good right hand there by Madison. Longo, the less experienced of the 2 fighters, but in truth, is there that much difference when you're this big?
Well, experience counts in any division. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Longo, a number of rounds, has had not nearly as many rounds in the ring, but Longo impresses me that he has been learning as he lands some good combinations, both of them there.
Good left and a right from Longo. Madison counters. Longo with a kick to the ribs. Underneath from Madison, a good left.
This is going to be a tough fight to judge.
It sure is. Good right there from Longo. It's kind of a slapping left from Madison there. Good right there, though.
Well, the people around us, every time those guys step in and throw those right hands, people are going, oh, because they are just coming like crazy with that right hand.
Absolutely. Just about 30 seconds left to go in round 3 of a Schedule 5 round. And you see Mark Longo with his back to the ropes. Takes most of those on his arms and gloves. A couple of them got in. Madison, the aggressor here. Longo with his back to the ropes.
Fight out! Fight out! Fight out! All right, break it!
Referee Bill Miller separating the 2. I'm not sure I'd want to step in there if I was him. Would you, John?
I'd do a lot of yelling before I moved in there. Here I come, break.
Really? Right hand from Madison, good left, good right into the ribs. As round number 3 comes to an end here at Harrah's Lake Tahoe. 4 super fights, Battle of Champions. Let's go into the corner of Paul Madison. Let's find out what he is being told there.
Right kick. He's open for a spin back kick. You hear me? And then coming in. More coming in, guys. Work, okay? I need you to work for me, okay, baby? I need you to work. Okay, you're not working inside. Right in the gut. Now listen to me. You're looking pretty good that round, okay? Keep up the good work, okay? But you got to, when you're inside on him, you got to work more, okay? And when you're inside, I want you to do me a favor. Keep this arm a little closer in. He's trying to come uppercut. Can't hook you. Okay? Look, you're looking good. We got to have the next two. We got to have the next two to win. Okay? You got to work now, okay, baby?
Got it. There you are.
I'm doing it.
There you are.
There's very good advice from Greg Davis there. Says he's got to have the next two.
I'd say that's a pretty accurate call. Paul Madison, you know, fought last as a heavyweight. He had to drop quite a bit of pounds to come in here against Mark Longo. And in some cases, that would put you in better shape if you're carrying extra baggage around. But then you might lose a little strength in the process.
Once again, Paul Madison, his back to you now with that spin kick taken on the gloves by Mark Longo in the black pants. How do you have the scoring now, John?
I gave the last round 10 to 9.5 in favor of Paul Madison. I've got it 29.5 each, even at this point.
Okay, with 2 rounds left to go, this one and one more, it is an even fight on John Worley's unofficial scorecard. Should tell you, though, John is usually right on the money.
With Madison trying to press the aggressiveness now, he really laid back in the first 2 rounds. It may have been a mistake for him because in 5 rounds, you can't afford to relax for 2 rounds.
No, you really can't. John, let me ask you a question. Why would Paul Madison have come down to take this fight?
Well, he's more naturally a cruiserweight. He moved up to fight heavyweight because he wanted to fight a world contender in that division. He really would like another shot at Dennis Alexio, and either as a heavyweight or a cruiser, but he's more naturally a cruiserweight. It's better for him.
Good right round kick, and another one by Mark Longo follows with a left that's taken on the gloves. Paul Madison.
Well, they're just spanking those round kicks, both of them trading out.
Going to be some sore ribs tomorrow, folks. I can guarantee you that. Just under a minute left in round 4, scheduled 5 rounders of cruiserweights.
Those are the kind of kicks that make your feet hurt.
They do for a fact. They do for a fact. Mark Longo on your right. Paul Madison takes a left coming in the blue.
You know, both of them are slipping those punches pretty effectively. Neither are landing the good solid right hands, but they're sure spanking those round kicks into the ribs.
Good left there, a slapping kind of a left hook by Madison.
They're both wanting to do the same thing, land the right, and who can do it first and who can do it hardest.
About 15 seconds left to go in this, the 4th round of a scheduled 5. Maybe we'll have a chance to go into Mark Longo's corner after this and see what he's being told as they come up for the last round.
Well, this is what Greg Davis told him not to do. You can't give up this round.
Exactly. Told him also he had to fight inside and hasn't done a whole lot of that when he got in there. We'll go into Mark Longo's corner now, and let's listen to his handler, Mike Jones, see what is going on up there.
Got to use that left hook.
Right there, man. He's dropping that right, man.
He's dropping it bad. You got his body hurt. Make him pay now. Go upstairs. Go upstairs.
Last one coming in, guys. 5 minutes.
Last one out. Double left hook. You can do it. You can do it. Mark, you got to have this round here, Jordan. It's close. It's close. You got to have this round.
Punch straight.
You're punching too wide. Follow up that jab. Follow up that jab, okay?
Mike Jones telling him to throw the right hand. He's dropping his left. You'll see the left hook that misses. Right hand comes there by Paul Madison. What they were telling him, though, is that he's got his body hurt. Go upstairs now. Go upstairs and go for the head. And you got to win this round. It's a close one. He's right about that. Well, I don't know about you, Dan, but I'm a little surprised that we're here in the 5th round.
I am too. As we start the 5th round, maybe we won't be all the way through it before it ends, but right now, and they are unloading now. This will be a round full of it. It looks like these guys have been loading right from the top here. Both guys, I think, realize they're in a very tight fight and that this round probably does it. How do you have it scored at this point?
I gave the last round to Longo. I've got him up by a half point, 39.5 to 39.
Well, it's not going to get a whole lot closer than that. Paul Madison with a front kick there, partially blocked, but even when they're partially blocked from a guy his size, they hurt.
Longo now just wandering in there and throwing a right hand. Referee Bill Miller's going to call that a slip. And I think that was a correct call.
Yeah, it was. It was for sure. A couple of kicks there by Longo. There's a right hand by Madison. Longo doesn't appear to be hurt, however. Takes another right hand in the process. Takes a side kick moving after Madison.
Well, Mark Longo's only loss was a tough fight against Jerry Rome. Jerry Rome, heavyweight, one of the top heavyweights in the world. He moved back down to cruiserweight after that, and he's been unbeatable since then.
Absolutely. And clearly against a fighter of Rome's caliber, he was outclassed in that fight. So realistically, you really can't mark that as too much of a black mark against Longo's record.
Oh, he's really improved himself since then. And as both men are now feeling the effects of the fatigue, they're just standing there and swinging rights and lefts, back and forth.
Good right hand by Madison there, and a left that follows another right. Longo's been hit 3 in a row here. Just about 30 seconds left to go in this fight. And these 30 seconds probably will tell it. A left-hand uppercut from Madison. Longo takes another one of those in a third.
Madison's finishing awfully strong here.
He certainly is.
Good fifth round.
Longo's got 15 minutes to counteract that effect on the judges. Both of them, as you say, John, very, very tired in this fight. Good left hand from Longo as the fight ends. That is the end of the fight. Mark Longo landing a left hand in there, John. We'll just have to see if it was enough. An excellent fight. Not quite the explosiveness that we thought, but certainly a very good fight.
Well, we just showed that both men could really take a lot of shots. They got hit some punches that would have put lesser opponents right down and have many times. So I guess in some senses we're not too surprised that it went 5 because neither men have ever been knocked out. But well, they did do what we thought they'd do. They stood right there and threw right hands all night and threw some strong body kicks. It was a good fight.
It certainly was. We'll come back and see the decision right after this.
Madison's game plan of starting kind of slow and then finishing strong was a good one for him because he did come on real strong in the 5th and final round. He lands several good shots to Mark Longo, who is just really tired at this point. His arms look like they weigh about 100 pounds apiece. And Madison may have finished strong enough to get the nod from the judges, and we'll find out here in just a moment.
Let's go up to the ring right now. We'll hear from our ring announcer, Les Kynette, with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision in this exciting 5-round cruiserweight bout. I'd like to read the judges' scoring for you. Judge Doug Tucker scores the bout 48-49 in favor of Madison. Judge Keith McDonald scores the bout 49-38.5 in favor of Mark Longo. Judge Lillian Running Wolf scores the bout 49-49. Kickboxing fans, we have a draw. We have a draw. Mark Longo and Paul Madison.
To be honest with you, I'm surprised by that one wide score, and I wonder if that wasn't a misprint on the sheet there, but certainly I think we can both live with a draw on that one, John, don't you?
Well, you know, I can't argue too much about a draw. I think that there must be some problem with the scoring, though. That the 49-39 obviously is some kind of a problem. They're checking over that. The ISKA representative is looking at that now to see what the discrepancy was, and I'm sure these fighters will want to find out what the score is on this. As far as it